What's up, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of CMA Podcast. How is everybody doing? Once again, back in the house with Mr. Burke Green. Sir, it is always great to see you. How are you doing?
I am very well, thank you. Very, very well. Yeah, all good. I'm looking forward to watching this fight for the first time in a very long time. I did watch it again, like at the time it was on, probably like a week or so later, but I haven't seen this fight more or less since the week it happened, which was what, 2016, I want to say?
It would have been that. Yeah.
Yeah.
2000, I think 2016.
Yeah, what was it? Like
Let's fact check
UFC
that.
202.
There you go. So what we're doing today, back by popular demand, we got some fantastic feedback from the last one, Bert.
Oh, excellent.
Breaking down controversial fights that ended in either split decisions or controversial decisions or controversy in general, where the unforgiving MMA fans are upset at the judges. Now, judging in MMA is a problem. We all know this for many, many different reasons. I found out through my own self-digging and self-reflection over the last few months, Bert, that I'm actually incredibly biased across all parts of my life. And I'm not ashamed to admit it. I cried when Lemmy passed away, and Coolio passed away this week, and I'm like, nah.
Yeah, but if you're not but you're a fan of Lemmy. That's the thing.
Yeah, I'm biased. That's what I mean. Biased.
It is, but yeah, because the thing is, I mean, I didn't cry when Lemmy passed away.
I did,
but I was. Thing is, though, is like for me, I was like, people said, "Oh, it's so sad." I was just like, right, look, sad's probably the wrong word here, because let's be fair, he had no right to still be alive. Like looking at but looking at all right, he was doing like the amount of speed that dude was doing, the amount of drinking, the amount of drugs, right? He had no business getting to 70. He had no business being there, right? And no, I loved that. The thing I loved about Lemmy is that he was the the defining
man.
He wasn't just a man, he was just the rock god.
The fucking man.
He was the fucking. It's like, because I think it's on there's a Lemmy documentary I've got. You've probably seen it several times.
Yeah.
But when he's talking about, I can't remember who the guy is from the band, but he's saying that Lemmy's just standing every day when they were shooting this video. Lemmy's just standing at this arcade machine, just playing this arcade machine, just like where it's California, hot sun. He's just wearing nothing but his Daisy Dukes. That's all he's wearing. And he's just like, and he's like, I gotta ask you, Lemmy, what's with the shorts? It's just like, well, it's hot, so I'm wearing shorts. One of those. He's like, no, man. These are shorts. He's like, those aren't shorts, they're pants. You know,
it's hot. Trousers. Like he's from Birmingham,
hot.
right?
Yeah.
He's from Birmingham. So when you go to the California heat, but
yeah,
somewhere around that area. But yeah, and my bias goes across into MMA. I am a huge Diaz brother fan. Nate and Nick, I've been a fan of those guys. Well, I knew who Nick was way before Nate. But I also happen to despise anything that comes out of Conor McGregor's mouth. So when they fought the first time, you know, very, very happy with that result, you know.
I did have a cheeky bet on that.
Did you?
Because that night, what's her name?
Holly Holm
fought Miesha Tate, right? So I had a double on, and the odds were pretty good. I think I left with about 300 quid total.
Nice.
But I had a double on Miesha Tate and Nate Diaz by submission, and I was away at the darts at the time. Me and my mates went to Butlins to watch the darts. Fucking fantastic, great weekend, because you just. All it is just drinking and eating beige food. It's wonderful. It's just
beige food,
just pasties, pies, pizza. The 3 Ps. You know what I mean? No, they've got that 3P protein thing in the UFC. Like the 3 Ps that weekend was just pies, pasties, pizza. It was good. But anyway, we'd managed to find a download of that UFC because we could I couldn't get it on my BT Sport. I do watch it legitimately because I have BT Sport, but yeah, watched it. It's just like fuck me. I watched both of those results come in, and the thing is, I was very confident about the Nate Diaz one, honestly.
Oh yeah, for sure. There was
And
no way he was going to lose that fight.
no, no. Connor was he had to put the weight on too fast, too poorly, and so I knew that Nate Diaz was going to probably like batter him. And fair play to Connor for even taking the fight. Honestly, like I do give credit where it's
Ah,
due.
come on.
Like he
Come
had
on
a much
now.
no, but he could have just said no. You know what? I'll wait for Dos Anjos to get his fucking life together. You know, because he went from having a title fight to fighting a guy a weight class above him. With
Yeah, I
to be
guess.
fair,
But this is
who's
my
also very
bias.
dangerous.
This is my bias kicking in now because I'm like, fuck that guy and all his decisions. So Conor gets choked out, almost put to sleep, assassinated, murdered, destroyed. All the wonderful words we have for losing. Um, and God bless him, he gets back in there and takes on Nate. I think at 170 this fight is, and we're going to break it down tonight. I am I'm acknowledging my bias. I'm a huge Nate Diaz fan. I wanted Nate Diaz. Spoiler alert: I wanted Nate Diaz to beat him again. I was going for Nate in this fight. I thought it was a foregone conclusion. It was a split decision, and we're here tonight to review the fight. I haven't watched it since that fight week either. I didn't prepare, and I wanted it to watch it tonight organically, and we're going to watch it tonight, you and me, and we invite you guys who enjoyed the last one, John Jones, Alexander Gustafsson, to follow along. So I have a link in the description. Go get yourself another device, a phone, a laptop, preferably, because you can have an ad blocker and avoid the ads. And we're going to watch along. So what you got to do if you don't check the description, because I've made it easier for you because I'm so fucking on it. It's a Swiss thing, Bert. Sorry.
Yeah.
You're going to go to YouTube and you're going to type in UFC 202 Conor McGregor versus Nate Diaz 2 full fight 1080 P60 FPS audio fixed. It is a video that is 27 minutes and 34 seconds long, and we're going to watch it momentarily. How do you feel about that?
I feel very good about that because again, obviously I'm wearing all green, so it's clear who I'm supporting. I'm a huge Nate Diaz fan, so like literally, I actually have again. I
There
was
you
saying
go.
before, I have that T-shirt. There's another T-shirt I have actually going back to that day that Nate Diaz won me all that money. So Nate Diaz won me all that money. I literally took me and my two mates that watched it down to the T-shirt printing shop and got them to print out some T-shirts with just a bit. It just said Nate Diaz. Just said Diaz Army on the front and on the back. Hashtag Caesar Gracie Jiu Jitsu 209. What?
There you go, man.
and
Beautiful.
like and explaining to the person at the desk, it's like, yeah, I need to say hashtag Caesar. That's CEA. Gracie Jiu Jitsu 209. What?
What? What?
So, what do you mean? What? It's like, no, just say what over and over. It's like,
I
and
love it.
eventually she got it. It is, yeah. We've all got matching T-shirts. We're T-shirt friends,
I
and we
love it,
wore them
man.
to the darts that night. It was fun. It was good.
But if you're not involved in MMA, you're not going to know what the hell that is. But if you are, like when I went to see, I went to UFC in Dublin that we didn't actually end up going to the fights because there was pullouts. I think it was Todd Duffy, what's his name, from the north of Ireland, beat Conor McGregor. Joseph Duffy was supposed to
Joe
fight
Duffy,
Dustin.
yeah.
He was supposed to fight Dustin Poirier, and that pulled out. And we actually ended up going. And it was around the time Nick Diaz got suspended for marijuana usage or something
Yeah.
like that. And it was like Chael Sonnen sold free Nick Diaz, don't be a bitch, homie. And I wore that in Dublin. And only the UFC fans passing were like, cool t-shirt, man. I'm like, yeah, you're fucking damn right it is. So what we're gonna do
Chael
now.
Sonnen was very cool for doing that as well.
Absolutely.
I like
Well,
Chael Sonnen.
he was cool
Yeah,
for
it's
doing it,
money.
but
But Chael Sonnen, he's one of my all-time
yeah.
favorites. I just love the guy. I just love that. Yeah, they're talking about No, we got caught. So I wanted to see how good the tests were. Turns out, pretty goddamn good.
Right on, man. So we're going to get kicking, Bert. Are you good to go?
I'm good to go. Good to go,
Ladies and
man.
gentlemen, we are going to go. So you're going to watch it with us. Turn up the volume, grab yourself a beer or a cup of tea if you're vegan or if your pronouns are she, her.
You can get vegan beer now, probably.
Vegan beer.
You can probably get
You
that now.
put a
Is
vegan
beer vegan now?
next to my face, you will wear the beer.
Okay. But then I'll smell like beer. I don't want that.
Give a fuck. It's vegan beer, man. You won't be in my presence.
That's fair. That's fair. You know what? Harsh but fair.
Harsh but fair.
Harsh but fair.
Are you on 000?
I am on 0. Well, yes. Yes.
Okay. So we're going to go 3, 2, 1, click.
Yeah.
Not 3, 2, and click on 1.
No, yeah. 3, 2, 1, and click. Yeah.
3, 2, 1, and click. Okay, you ready?
Yeah.
Enjoy, sir.
And
3, 2, 1.
Click.
Here we go. Straight
I
into it.
I thought I'd audibly say the click.
That's it.
Just for funsies.
So to link it up, we are 4 minutes and 40, 4 minutes and 50, 49, 48, 47.
Now, one thing I do remember, the first couple of rounds, Conor McGregor eats up that lead leg of Diaz. That's real right. Nice.
And he was going for 2 all the time.
Oh, yeah. It's like, because the thing is, it's like, yes, cheers, my man.
Enjoy.
Because I do know that John Kavanagh advised Conor against taking this fight. He didn't want him to take it. Yeah, he didn't want him to take it because Kavanagh said, like, on multiple occasions that Nate Diaz is a nightmare matchup if you're a coach because he's just like the Terminator. He doesn't stop. What do you do to put him away? Like, one person has put him away in his entire career. Like
Josh Thompson,
that was Josh
right?
Thompson with a head kick, yeah.
Yeah.
The guy who now does the podcast with old
Big John
McCarthy.
Yeah, weighing in. I love that podcast.
I do like it, but fuck me, do they come out with some nonsense?
They like, do.
Sometimes they say things just for the sake of getting people outraged. I know that. I understand what they're doing. I see it.
Dude, that's podcasting, though. You know, you got to get controversial, you British bastard.
I do the same thing myself sometimes. I sometimes say outrageous things. What my oh yeah, that was nice.
That was very good.
See what? That was a really nice overhand.
Overhand and the leg kick, and he dropped him.
Yeah, I know that Conor starts very well in this fight, from what I remember.
Very good round by Conor.
Oh, speaking of John McCarthy, there he is, still reffing.
There you go, man. That was before the shit hit the fan with those guys. So again, I checked my Facebook this week, and I before the judges announced, or before Bruce Buffer announced the winner, I Facebook status, I have it 4 rounds to 1 to Nate.
I think 4 rounds to 1 is going to be strong. I personally, on the night, I had it 3 rounds to 2 to Nate Diaz. Oh, I've got an advert. What's going on here? Why hasn't my
ad blocker, sir? Ad blocker.
Why hasn't that worked?
It's okay. You can link it up. Link it up again when you're ready, and I'll tell you the time.
What time is it?
2 minutes and 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11. You got it?
Just about.
Awesome.
Close enough. I've got an ad blocker on here. I might have to. No, you know what it is? I installed updates on my computer last night. I bet it switched my ad blocker off. Because it does weird stuff like that sometimes. Never mind.
Conor's slowing down. Or again, maybe that could be my bias. I don't know.
See,
look at the height difference. Nate is just such a big. All the time prior to Nate, we've seen Conor fight these much smaller guys. He's got the longer reach. He can kick from distance. He's got good movement. And
when he fought Alvarez, it didn't even look fair.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Even with Alvarez, there's this slow motion shot of Alvarez, taking a full swing at Conor, and Conor's head just staying there and it glancing his nose.
Yeah.
And like that, Conor fought small guys, like tiny guys, the entire time.
Well, that's why he cut to featherweight so long.
Yeah.
Well, he's not really a featherweight. He never was. He's a lightweight.
Yeah. Not really a champion either, because you're never a champion until you defend your title, right?
That's true. I mean, they do say that.
Yeah.
Like, thing is like, I don't know.
He's got some phenomenal kick though in this first round.
Yeah. Whoa, see that buckle?
Yeah.
He buckled his leg real nasty there. See, the thing is like, it's a nice stop to slap. See that?
Beautiful.
Stuck that in there, didn't he? Yeah, for me, I think I remember on the night a couple of people said they had it 4 rounds to Diaz, and I said I'm a huge Diaz fan. And I think that's a bit much. I think he got 4, but we'll see.
Again, very biased.
Yeah, for me, I think from memory, I had the first 2 rounds quite clearly. Oh, look at those. Problem with Diaz is not moving his head out of the way very well, is he?
Yeah, man. All his fights, even against Jorge Masvidal, like he just has this scar tissue in his face. He's always cut up and bloody. All right, round 2 starting.
Okay, here we go.
So I gave that round to Conor.
Yeah,
100%
that was definitely Conor's round for me.
Yeah.
Because you've got to remember, this is Conor when he's much closer to where he was at his best as well. He's nowhere near that anymore. Like, he just...
What's the timeline here? Did he just come off the... Oh, he knocked him down there. That was good. The timeline, he just lost to Floyd? Or did he just come back now?
I don't think he fought Floyd yet.
Yeah, that's right. They were supposed to fight at 200. And this is 202.
I actually saw the press conference for this fight live.
Yeah.
I was at the UFC 200. He dropped him again. Fucking hell.
That was very good.
See, yeah. Again, but I know that we're only 1 minute into this round, but already I'm thinking it's going to be a tough sell to give Diaz this round after being knocked down twice. Being knocked down twice in a round is a lot.
Yeah, but again, with the judges, right? I know. Again, this devil's advocate on my own position, but
devil's avocado.
Yeah, there you go.
Stealing that from BYM. Sorry, BYM. No, sorry, not sorry. You don't own avocados, right? No, avocados are a thing.
But yeah, like, what did Conor do after the knockdown? He did nothing. He just stood there and let Nate up. Like, yeah, it scores good. Right.
No, but that's not right. You're equating like knockdowns to takedowns. They're not the same thing. You hit somebody and knock them down. That is a huge, big tick in your scorecard. Yeah, you take somebody down and don't do anything with it. I agree with you. You need to do something with a takedown because a takedown is completely different. But in the terms of striking, there's nothing aside from a knockout. There's nothing more high scoring than a knockdown. And you don't have to do anything with it. You can't, like, because why would you, like, because why would Conor play that game with him when he knows that he's just knocked him down? I can just let you up, I'll knock you down again.
Yeah, no, that's valid.
For me, I don't think the not doing anything with knockdowns flies with knockdowns. Takedowns, yes. Knockdowns, not on your Nelly.
Yeah. No, that does make sense. I'll concede that point. Right now we are 2.5 minutes in, maybe a little bit more, and I got Conor winning this round.
Yeah, I do as well.
I've got to be shot out of the water.
But the thing is I do it like because I remembered relatively well last time how I scored it, and it turned out pretty well. Like in terms of the old 49-46 in favour of Jones.
Yeah.
So I'm confident that my 3-2 in favour of Diaz might be bang on the money again. I think my memory's better than I give it credit for. Because obviously spoiler alert, we know the judges didn't see it that way. But I remember on the night being quite surprised.
Yeah. Well, now Conor's We're talking over each other now.
Sorry, yeah. No, go ahead.
Conor is he's walking away, and Nate is walking him down.
Slap. Stockton slap.
Beautiful. Now,
Yeah, that's a
Conor,
lovely
and now
combo.
I think this is where Nate starts pointing at him. Now, Conor's got a fast jab, even though I thought he was tired. He still has a pretty goddamn fast jab.
He's very quick. He's very quick. And this was more or less at the peak of his skills. I thought he's caught him there as well. That's a nice overhand left. Oh, okay.
Now,
okay.
Does Nate steal the round? This is...
Oh, for God's sake, another bloody advert.
Ad blocker.
I really need to get well, I have one. What time are you on?
30 seconds. 29, 28, 27, 26, 25.
Yeah,
there you go, man. I think Nate steals this round. Now, what I thought initially was Conor was bloodied up. That's Nate's blood on Conor.
It is, yeah.
That's what I thought initially, that he busted him up at the end of this round. All right. Devil's avocado. You could still give that round to Conor. Critically thinking. But
devil's avocado, I will concede to you that you could give that round to Nate. Honestly, like I forgot about how strong Nate finished that round, and actually finishing the round strong. I know that it shouldn't work like that, but it does. Yeah. Like it's like if you leave an impression on the judges, that can go in your favor.
Yeah. There was a knockdown. How would you?
Well, that's the thing. I think Nate got one of those knockdowns back, didn't he? So, I think actually that helps. Watching that back, that was much more of a Nate round than I remember it being.
Conor's mouth is open now.
And for me, this is where I remember Nate taking over.
No, he's pointing at him and smiling. I love it. The 1-2 is landing.
Yeah. Yes.
Control on the cage.
Yeah.
I can't, like, the size difference for me. I never saw Conor fight such a big guy, and I never saw Nate fight such a small guy. And they're both 170 in this fight. Because I don't think Nate was cutting too much to get to 170, right?
He wasn't. People talk about, like, oh, Nate walks around at 200 pounds. No, he fucking doesn't.
Yeah.
He doesn't. He doesn't walk around at 200 pounds.
He's a lean vegan.
He walks around maybe 180, 185, maybe. Like, I don't know why people think that it's like, there's this weird thing where people love to go, oh, he walks around at this weight. It's like, no.
Yeah.
It's like people talk about Paddy Pimblett, and it's like saying that he's fucking.
He's like, huge.
He is huge, but actually the weight all goes on his face, really.
Yeah.
Like,
right,
and honestly, like, no, but he plays up to it.
Yeah.
And it's like, and he's, okay, he weighed like 201 pounds, but he weighed 201 pounds until he took a shit. In fairness, that's probably true, isn't it? Like, he weighed himself at his absolute heaviest, and then you've got to bear in mind that, he makes 155 for all of 10 seconds.
Yeah.
As they all do. You know what I mean?
It's still a risky business, though, because you're opening yourself up to kidney stones, and from what I hear, that's a nasty fucking thing to have. This is Nate's round all day.
Yeah, easily Nate's round. Very easily.
Look at that prick Dylan Dennis in the middle.
Oh, I hate him so much.
What a twat. She, her pronouns.
I would actually like to see Jake Paul box Dylan Dennis.
Oh, yeah.
And I would be... And do you know what would be weird? Jake Paul would be the good guy in that.
Yeah.
He'd be the good guy. He'd be the face.
I can't wait to see Paul versus Anderson.
Oh, yeah.
I'll watch that live.
I will as well. I'd even pay to watch that, honestly. Yeah. I mean, I won't, but I would.
The reason I set up this podcast, look, he's running away. He's running away.
Yeah.
God damn it.
Yeah.
Pussy. The reason I set up this podcast was partly to do with
I
Barstool
love
Sports.
That. So I just love all the pointing. I love all the pointing.
I love all
I think
that.
I'm slightly behind you, but only by about 2-3 seconds.
Yeah. 1 minute, 25, 24, 23. Conor's getting some good shots in, but he's not winning this round. But yeah,
he's nowhere near
one of the
this
reasons
round.
I set up this podcast was to mimic what Barstool Sports do for college football, NFL, ice hockey, things like that. Was to it's just not possible here in Europe because it's at stupid o'clock in the morning and I just want to put on my hoodie and fucking go back to bed. But to do it live and do a live fight companion like the Calabasas fight companion.
We'll have to, right, the next time they do like a European one, we're going to have to do it. Right? Like, we've got to give the people what they want. You know?
Nate all day. Nate
all day.
Yeah,
this is arguably a 10-8. Because look how, thing is, look at the aesthetic. Look how close he is to getting Conor out of there.
There you go, man.
Like,
bunches and bunches.
Yes.
Nate all day. Knees.
Yeah, easy work.
Oh.
Caesar Gracie jiu-jitsu, yo.
What? Yeah, man. We go 10-8 on that one. Fuck that guy.
Taking everything I work for. We'll beat your ass.
Oh, he looks tired, man.
Yeah.
He looks very tired in that one. I have a 2 rounds to 1 Nate.
Yeah. Actually, you know what? I'm going to agree with that. Because I thought Nate stole the second round, actually. Because he got the knockdown back. And I think, for me, yeah, whoever finishes strongest, there is a bias to that. And a correct bias as well. That should be how it is.
That's a very Japanese approach, if you know what I'm talking about.
It is very Japanese. Because look.
Speaking of Japanese, I was stood up by Ernesto Hust during the week.
I
would never out anybody on a podcast, but that guy fucking pissed me off.
So what did he do? How did he just not?
We were DMing, dude. We were DMing all week, and then he was online when we said go. I sent him the link. He never fucking responded, and then he texted me the next day. Oops, wasn't available. I'm like, oops.
Oh.
Fuck are you?
Well, that is a dick move.
It is.
Like, if you don't want to do the podcast, don't do it.
Yeah, man.
Like,
don't string along a fan.
Yeah. No, don't string along a fan and just say oops.
Yeah, like just
available,
say,
especially when you were available.
Just say no.
Yeah, just say. Well, if you're not available on the night, just say sorry. Something has come up. We'll have to reschedule. Well, that's fine.
Yeah.
I get it. You're a busy guy. Yeah.
I got that from you know who Blasco is? Blasco is the bass player for Ozzy Osbourne. He's the manager from Black Label Society. And I asked because he's got some great road stories from previous interviews. You know, I asked him to go on the podcast. He emailed me back and he said, "Dude, I would love to, but I just don't have any time." And I said, "Man,
fair enough.
Totally respect that. Thank you very much. Huge fan. Love you."
Tell you what, Conor's coming back here.
Conor's coming back, but it's been 2 minutes of this round to Nate for sure.
But he's finishing stronger, and I have to stay consistent.
Absolutely.
For God's sake.
Now,
I really do need to get.
What doesn't work in my favor here is the amount of blood that is coming out of Nate's face.
Yeah, I really do need to get an ad blocker. Well, my ad blocker just needs to work, is what it needs to do. What time we on?
240, 239, 38,
nice.
37. I'm not happy with on my phone with YouTube's audacity to put 35-second ads prior to videos these days. Not a fan of that. Unskippable minutes as well.
I'm not a fan of every time I install updates on my laptop, it turns off. all my ad blockers, because this wasn't an issue last time, was it?
No.
Like, it didn't happen. The hell has happened?
Moral of the story: don't update your laptop.
That is true.
Stay back in the day, bro.
Stay off the grid. Build yourself a wooden hut in the woods. Fish, hunt.
That's it.
Well, that sounds pretty good, actually, honestly.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know. That sounds pretty nice.
Nowadays, man, the way the world is going. All right.
We can have a wood fire going if we can Yes. Woo.
I still have Nate winning this round.
I mean,
I just don't see it ever going in Conor's favor in this round.
Oh, no, he's had moments. If he can finish strong here, I might see how you could score it to Conor. Not saying I would.
No, you could say that, but you'd be.
That's fair. You're a fair guy, Dave. I've always said this.
I try my best. Fair is the new honest.
Body shots are good.
Nice body shots, yeah. Nate's getting loose. I think my mic switched.
Mic switched?
No, it's back. We're good. I can't.
Yeah, Conor's finishing this well. Sorry to cut you off. That
I can't see Conor having this fight, having this round in the bag. The only thing going for him is how bloody Nate is, and all the blood is on Conor from Nate. That's not Conor's blood.
And you've got to bear in mind that at this time, when this fight was contested, damage wasn't a primary scoring factor; it was tertiary.
Yeah.
Was that knockdown at the end?
Nah, he slipped. He threw a high kick.
I was looking up to make eye contact with you, so I wasn't. So I was trying to be a good podcaster. I took my eyes up the
there you go.
wall.
Last round.
5 minutes remain.
Last round, dude.
Honestly,
I have it 3 rounds to 1.
Honestly, I could have this 2-2. It comes down to this round, maybe.
I have it 3 rounds to 1 to Nate. Conor is walking away.
Yeah, he's definitely not the aggressor in this round. This was the round that I had a problem with them giving to Conor, from what I remember.
Okay.
Because I think even at the time, I'm starting to remember that I thought I had it 2-2. Like, because I think I was being protecting myself. I think I was being like, at worst, this is 2 apiece.
Mm-hmm.
At worst, at best, it's 3-1. Do you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
Because obviously I'm a huge Nate Diaz fan, so I remember at the time just thinking, well, this is closer than I'd like it to be.
This goes back to the stubbornness of the Diaz brothers as well. When you talk about things like this, if Nate wanted to take it down and just submit him,
he could do it. Yeah.
It's like when Nick fought Cyborg in Strike Force. Like, Nick was getting his legs kicked off him, and Cyborg was just like standing and banging. He was going to win, but then Nick brought it to the ground, or he got taken down or something. No, he got taken down. Cyborg took Nick down, and Nick got the armbar. It's just like these Diaz guys are flawless on the ground, fighting a striker like Conor. You take it down. You submitted him in the first fucking fight.
It's like, there was only one fight that I was not against Diaz in, like Nick Diaz, I mean. I wouldn't say like against him, but I was indifferent.
BJ
because no, it was Strike Force. Yeah, middle finger.
There you go.
Yeah.
Conor's walking away.
Yeah. See, this is what I had the problem with. Conor was just walking away, and Diaz was walking him down.
Yeah.
So for me, that's points for Diaz, isn't it? So.
Yeah. Well, who you were saying something about Diaz and Strikeforce?
When Diaz was the Strikeforce welterweight, was he the welterweight or champion? Welterweight champion, I think, or lightweight champion. Either way, he was the champion of Strikeforce, and he fought Paul Semtex Daly.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm a big Paul Daly fan. Love the guy. He's one of, for me, like people always talk like I always surprise people with my pick for it. These fucking ads, they're doing my head in, man. They're doing my fucking head in. Oh,
Technology.
damn. Yeah. Well, what time are you on?
1 minute 43, 42, 41, 40, 39, 38, 37.
It's huge.
Yeah, I'm a huge Diaz fan. I don't like Paul Daly, but that fight was stopped early.
It was stopped early, and also it was just for me. I always surprised me because like, Paul Daly is someone who's I don't think he gets enough recognition for how fucking dangerous he was. He was a menace.
Yeah.
He was so good, and because people often like they ask that question, don't they? Oh, who's the best fighter to never win a belt? And I always say Paul Semtex Daly.
Yeah.
And they're like, huh? No, he wasn't even on my radar. It's like, well, he fucking should be because like he was close to winning a title a couple of times.
Yeah.
He just never quite got over the line. But that left hand, I've seen that left hand in person.
Yeah.
It's devastating. He fought some Brazilian chap in
40 seconds left, Bart. Who we got?
This is Diaz's round.
Diaz's round.
Easily Diaz's round. He's been walking him down the whole round. He's been landing strikes. He's been putting up against defense. He's landing combinations on him now. I don't see, unless Conor knocks him down in the next 20 seconds, this is Diaz's round, and it's 3-2 to Diaz, as I remember.
Yeah. So even if we're being conservative,
look at that takedown.
And he takes him down.
Fucking takedown.
And he takes him down. And he finishes on top.
Yeah. That's how do you
fucking
how
robbery.
How could you possibly score that to Conor?
Fucking robbery.
3-2 at the very least. Diaz wins. He gets the moral victory because he gets the CMA victory. That's fucking cheers to you, brother. Cheers to Nate Diaz. Caesar Gracie Jiu-Jitsu 209. What?
Yeah, man. Here we go.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 5 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards for a decision. Jeff Moen scores the contest, 48-47, McGregor. Glenn Clover scores it, 47-47. And Derek Clearly scores it, 48-47 for the winner by majority decision, the notorious Conor McGregor.
What a bunch of bollocks.
I was listening to see if maybe like one of the judges that scored it for Conor was called like Patrick O'Houlihan or something.
Oh, fucking hell, man.
That's
like for me, that is just like I stopped
bullshit.
it.
Bullshit. Yeah, that's
So like as an Irish guy, I should be like, yeah, diddly-ah. No.
Ooh.
I'm a Diaz fan. I'm biased, yes, but with a critical eye and an analytical review of what just happened. I still maintain 4-1, but conservatively still 3-2 to Diaz. There's no way Conor lost.
Yeah, for me, 3-1 Diaz, without question. The judges got that one wrong. Got that one wrong. I'm not going to say it was a robbery because the thing is, like robbery, the term robbery gets thrown around far too much. It was a relatively competitive fight, and there were several rounds where you could make a case for either guy. So I do understand and appreciate, but the judges got that one wrong in my view. With that being said, the judges definitely got that one wrong. I do not see how you could possibly score round 5 to Conor. I don't see how you could do that. Round 3, you cannot score that one to Conor. And round 2, you could possibly score that to Diaz as well. Round 4, I don't really see how you could score that to Conor. It's round 2 was the one I do think, if you're taking the whole round into account, the whole thing, then yes, you could probably score that to Conor. He scored 2 knockdowns versus Nate. One, he probably did outstrike him slightly in that round, but Diaz finished stronger. So for me, I gave Conor conservatively, not conservatively, at best, I gave Conor rounds 1 and 2.
Yeah.
3, 4, and 5, I do not really see how you could give any of those rounds to Conor McGregor. As being objective, which I'm not.
We're just calling it as it is, and I've acknowledged my bias. Looking at it, I think I've proved that I can concede defeat when it comes to Alexander versus John Jones. I'm a huge Alexander fan, and I think John Jones is a piece of shit. These guys, nah, man, there's no coming back from that. I cannot see. Well, I can absolutely see what went on. You got to protect your cash cow, right?
Got to protect the investment, and also they wanted to set up the trilogy. They thought that the trilogy would come sooner than it had, because the trilogy may still happen.
Yeah,
I hope it does. I'd like it to happen in boxing.
Well, the speculation is that Nate could test the free market, get a fight with someone else, maybe box one of the Paul brothers, make a fortune, come back, and he'll have the power to talk to Dana and sign a 1-fight contract against
$10 million. Yeah, $10 million.
Get in and get out.
Yeah. And you know what? The UFC would do it for that, because they'd still make money hand over fist.
Oh yeah.
I mean, the rest of the card would be weak.
The rubber match, dude, you could do that anywhere for any amount of money, and shut up and take my money. You know what I mean?
Because what I would say is that, okay, I feel like the judges got it wrong, but what a sensational fight!
Fantastic.
I would watch, like, as much as you know. I'm not a Conor McGregor fan. I don't enjoy a lot of. I enjoyed a lot of his skill in the octagon. What he was able to do to people is tremendous. It really is, and I understand what he's been doing. And I do know that a lot of it he does. He turns himself up to 11. He's probably still a bit of a dick in real life, but he's not as much of it. He's probably, no one can be that much of an asshole, can they? Maybe, I don't know. But
you don't know many Irish, huh?
But the thing is, I think we saw more of the real Conor in the first Dustin rematch. I think we saw more of the real Conor there, and he went back because he decided he wanted to make more money. He went back to kind of playing the part, as it were, like Chael Sonnen, plays the part, like Colby Covington plays the part, and there's nothing wrong with that. There really isn't, because it sells tickets. It gets me interested, even if I know it's an act. It keeps me interested. Yeah. It's like, I like Colby Covington. Like that. Like, you can't blame Colby Covington for doing what he's done, because they said, like, the UFC said to him, "You're cut even with a win tonight, because you just don't put asses in seats."
Brazil, like, you filthy animals.
Yeah, you filthy fucking animals.
Jesus Christ, that was aggressive, man.
Really, it was funny. But he had Chael Sonnen saying that, you got the Nogueira brothers, they got off the plane, saw the bus. They thought it was a horse. They're trying to feed the bus carrots. They're petting it.
Whoa, boy.
Whoa, boy. Whoa.
It's aggressive, man.
Chael Sonnen. Chael P. Sonnen. The P stands for icon. I fucking love that.
There you go, man. What we're going to do now, man, is we are going to find another fight. We're going to break it down. Something controversial, some robbery, perhaps. But for right now, please tell people where they can find you and who you are and what you're about.
Okay, so Burt Angle. Well, the Burt Angle on Twitter, the Burt Locker on YouTube is where you're mostly going to find me. If you can just remember the Burt Locker on YouTube, type that in, and I am the first result now that comes up for the Burt Locker. You used to have to go through at least 7 pages of the Hurt Locker, right?
You've been working,
right? Yeah, no, I have been putting the hours in, but yeah, you used to have to go through like 7 pages of the Hurt Locker. But when I was over in America, like, a few people, they asked me, I need to find a YouTube channel. So I tell him, I was like, "Look, you're gonna have to go through a few pages to find it. Type in the Burt Locker. You're gonna have to go through a few pages." And then they bring it up for the photo. It's like, "Isn't that you at the top?" It's like, "What?
That's
Oh, holy
me.
shit! Fuck me! It is me." Yeah, yeah. So anyway,
That's it, man. I
I-
love your breakdowns. I love your breakdown this week of Nate Diaz versus The Rock, Dwayne the Rock Johnson. Phenomenal.
I was really proud of my Tale of the Tape picture that I did for it. It's got a tape measure on there and
Yeah,
everything.
yeah.
I was pretty happy with that.
And
It's,
Dwayne's reach is long.
yeah,
I think.
I don't know what his fucking reach is, but I imagine like, dude's 6'5". You know what I mean?
Outstanding,
His
man.
reach is gonna be fucking long. He's a big physical guy. Like, don't
Yeah.
count The Rock out of that fight. I mean, I would ultimately have Nate Diaz winning, but man, you've got to avoid that power though, because
Yeah, man.
I can imagine. Look, The Rock probably he's not like a fucking technical kickboxer or anything like that, but you know, he was a pro wrestler. He was an American footballer. He's 265 pounds. He's on all the steroids in the world. I would imagine if that dude hits you, even with poor technique, it's gonna fucking hurt. And
Absolutely,
people
man.
pretending like it wouldn't are out of their fucking minds.
Correct,
Is
man. But what I would encourage anyone to do is, Bert, you do a lot of actual breakdowns. So I don't
I
want
do,
people to think
yes.
that this is your regular content, but go watch Bert's breakdown of Dwayne The Rock Johnson versus Nate Diaz. You will not be disappointed. I was highly entertained on my
Thank you.
commute to work the other morning. Bert, thank you very much again for coming on, man. What I want you guys to do is we're going through a little bit of a transition here at CMA. Our Instagram is now CMA_podcast. So go check us out on that. Anyone who's listening who's not already following us, CMA podcast on YouTube, Spotify, and Apple Podcasts /iTunes, I believe the kids are calling it these days. Bert, thank you very much again for joining me, and we'll do another one.
Yeah, I'm thinking Henderson versus Bisping 2 should be the next one.
Henderson versus Bisping 2. Not dissatisfied with that result, but again, bias as fuck.
Yeah, I was biased as fuck. I was there live as well. So
I remember
yeah.
I saw your suits. I think you had the Union Jack suits, right?
That was
No?
UFC 200.
Right.
UFC 2. Well, actually, technically, that was UFC Fight Night 90, where Eddie Alvarez beat Rafael dos Anjos for the title. That one I wore the Union Jack suit for. I wore the tropical suit for UFC 200, and for Bisping versus Henderson UFC 204, I wore a regular old t-shirt.
For the working man.
Yeah, for the working man. For 5 o'clock in the morning. And the atmosphere there was something, because like I said, I went to UFC 200 and the atmosphere was great, especially Brock Lesnar's entrance, I've got to say.
And to Sandman.
I mean, but for somebody, you know how like there's this conception. If you listen to all the MMA forums, you'd think Brock Lesnar was a pretty fucking unpopular fighter. No, he's the face. He's very well loved. Like, I mean, I had my Brock Lesnar t-shirt because I do own. I've worn it twice because I keep it in because it is a collectible. Because I only printed 1,000 of them, I think, which is quite a lot, but still. Well, actually, in the world, 1,000 of them in the world probably it's not that much actually. But they only printed 1,000 of them. But it was the walkout T-shirt where he fought Shane Carwin, which you can get hold of. But the one with all the sponsors printed on it, you cannot get hold of, and I have it. It's sitting in my wardrobe there. I've only worn it twice, both times at UFC events, so it still looks new. Brilliant.
And you will wear it on the next episode. And if you're not, we'll take a picture of it and put it in the description.
No, I could actually. Yeah, no, I will. You know, because now the listeners and viewers will come back. Not the listeners, because they can't see it. They're not interested in what a t-shirt is because they can't see it. But the viewers, you're gonna want to come back and see this t-shirt. It's pretty lit.
Well, look at you all hip and shit, huh? What are you, 19? Do you got a TikTok channel? Let's get the fuck out of here, Bert, because I'm tired and I really need to get to bed, man. It's 6 o'clock in the morning. God damn it, man. You're not meant to say that.
Oh shit, no, what I meant to say is it is.
There you go. Guys, thank you very much for joining me, man. I appreciate your time, Bert. I appreciate your time, and we'll do it again, sir.
Take care, man.
Oh, man. Take care.